Okay. Okay, so I said I would do this. I'm going to show off the Advanced Edition content. This is I think this was a paid DLC that's available for purchase. It adds new systems, weapons, an alien race, and more stuff. But it's definitely not intended for people who are just starting out. So, what this does is it, well, okay, so first thing it does is that it adds a C variant to every ship you've unlocked. In this case of the Kestrel Cruiser, you get the Swallow. Now, you might see there's some changes to this, and not just the pirate coloration of purple and white. First of all, our med bay has been replaced with a cloning bay. Well, or a clone bay, which will automatically clone dead crew and giving them a slight skill penalty. Taking advantage of microcloning, the crew will heal partially every jump. Jump heal is passive and requires no power. So at its base level, it takes 12 seconds to clone a crew, and your crew get 8 HP every time you jump. Upgrading it once will take 9 seconds to clone a crew and give your crew 16 HP per jump. And with the final upgrade, it only takes 7 seconds to clone a crew and gives you 25 hit points per jump. Now, this cloning only happens if you have power in it. So if your crew dies, you need to power this up immediately because otherwise their DNA starts degrading and you have a chance of completely losing them. Second, we have two new weapons, a dual shot laser, which is a weak dual laser. It kind of behaves like a laser Mark II, or Mark 1, basic laser Mark 1, in that it'll fire 2 shots, but it only takes 1 power. However, we also have an ion stunner. Ion weapons can disable systems without causing hull damage, but this weapon also stuns crew inside the room for 5 seconds. So for those 5 seconds, the crew in the room can't do anything. However, the third thing is we have a new alien type in the form of the Lanius. These anaerobic beings seem friendly enough. They drain oxygen from the rooms they're in, which is good and bad. It's bad if you need to send crew that aren't Lanius in, but it's kind of good. It makes them good boarders and anti-boarding crew. They have slower movement, but don't take damage from lack of oxygen. So, yeah. They're like the Rock in that regard. They can also be used for anti-fire measures. So in addition to the Lanius being added in other weapons, this also adds the Lanius Cruiser, which I think unlocks the Type A as soon as you purchase the expansion. So this Lanius Cruiser comes with a clone bay, engines, weapons, sensors, doors, shields, oxygen. But we've got a new system as well in the form of hacking system. With this, you can target a single system, locking its doors and granting the ability to temporarily disable or disrupt it. However, it costs a drone part to launch. At its base level, it will disrupt that system for 4 seconds. Upgrading it once will allow you to disrupt a system for 7 seconds. And at its maximum level, you can disrupt a system for 10 seconds. And our weaponry is a chain laser. This dual shot laser decreases in cooldown the more it fires. After 3 volleys, it only takes 7 seconds to charge. So it's a slow firing weapon to start, but it picks up speed the more you fire, the longer the combat goes on. And we also have an ion stunner. So there's only 2 layouts on this, just like the Crystal Cruiser, I believe. Actually, let's just take a quick look at that. Yeah. This is a reward for unlocking the Crystal race, which I'll show here. The Crystal are ancient ancestors of the Rockmen. So they have a lockdown power, which you can activate in their crew box. They'll launch crystals to block all the doors to the room they're in, which can trap enemy crew in a room or can prevent enemy crew from entering their room. They have reduced suffocation damage. Their movement speed is reduced by 20%, so making them faster than Rockmen, but slower than standard crew, and their max health is increased to 125. But yeah, the Lanius ship. Your tasks for Layout B are Advanced Mastery, have Hacking, Mind Control, and the Battery active at once. Mind Control and Battery are additional systems we may see. I think they're on the Type B layout. Scrap Hoarder. Have at least 600 scrap in your ship storage. Yeah, so the Lanius are anaerobic beings, but they also seem to consume metal. And loss of cabin pressure. Get to Sector 8 without your ship's net oxygen level exceeding 20%. Starts after the first jump. I'm not going to be trying that this time, because I'm trying to get to the Rebel flagship with this. The Layout B Lanius cruiser is called the Shrike. It has, well, piloting, shields, engines, oxygen, weapons, although it's weak to begin with. Door system, crew teleporter to start with, although it's only a size 2. Clone bay, and mind control. Temporarily turns enemies into allies. So with its base level, you can mind control one person. Upgrading it once will boost health and damage. And it's fully upgraded, it increases the boost even further. The one weapon on this is Advanced Flak Gun. Flak is interesting in that it'll fire a blast of debris across a random area doing up to 3 damage. It's good at taking down shields but hard to aim. So what this means is that you target a room and it'll attempt to hit that room with flak. So this flak gun will fire 3 shots per charge, which is kind of good. But again, there's no guarantee that it'll hit the room that you're targeting. But again, it is really effective at taking down shields, because if shields are up, the flak will slam into the shields first. And we also have an emergency respirators augmentation on this, where crew will take half damage from low oxygen. So, and that's also on the A-type variant, which helps a bit, because your Lanius are going to make that may become a slight problem with the Lanius. Anyway, let's go ahead and launch. Remember, losing is part of the fun. No, I'm serious. Yeah, they do have a point about that. So, for the time being, we can remove power from the clone bay. As long as our crew don't die, then we should be okay. So we could jump... I think we'll jump around this way and then try to go through the nebula to slow the rebel fleet down. A ship with conspicuous pirate markings is orbiting a nearby moon, broadcasting a simple message claiming to have equipment available for sale. Well, we don't have enough money to buy anything, so let's attack him. Okay, so he's got a drone, a missile, and a heavy laser. What's the big problem? Well, weapons, probably. Oh, we could launch a hacking device, and I can show that off. Okay, oh, well, that blew up their drone. Okay, but we should be safe from the drone. And as you can see, the chain laser got a +1, +2, and then a +3, so it picks up charge every time. Okay, we destroyed them. And the ship explodes, leaving behind scrap material. Okay, I'm probably going to need to upgrade engines first. Oh, there's a distress beacon here, so let's just go around a bit. The only ship of this beacon messages you. Finally, after months of waiting, someone has fallen into our trap. You spent months waiting here for just someone to... You know what? I'm not even going to bother completing that thought. Yeah, that heavy laser is going to be the problem. Oh, well... Okay, well, with just that, we should do fine. Because our shield can absorb the heavy laser blast. Oh. Okay, they're surrendering. Missiles don't really help us, but I'm going to take it anyway. Oh, our doors got hit. Okay, let's repair that. Okay, do they have a sign? Yes. Okay, let's jump to the next beacon. You arrive at the beacon and immediately detect a pirate ship. It seems this distress beacon was a trap. Uh-oh. Well, let's try that. Okay, and that shows us the charge, at least. We may have to jump out of here, though. Okay, just hack their weapons again. Okay, good. Managed to take their missile offline. Now they're trying to power up FTL. Okay. And we got some missiles, a drone, and some scrap. Okay, that was the distress beacon, which was a trap. So let's head this way. Saw a small rebel ship nearby. It seems to have been refitted for transport. Does not seem to want to engage you. Demands surrender of the goods. Prepare to take their cargo by force. Let's hack their engines. No. Well, that's a problem. Okay, let's vent oxygen. Oh, that's bad. And they got away. So we took all that damage for nothing. Okay, well, let's upgrade the engines. Okay, return to stations. And we'll have to jump. At least we'll get some healing anyways, so... You jump in the middle of a plasma storm. Multiple recently incapacitated ships loom in the shadow, briefly illuminated by lightning. Let's try manually searching the wreckage. While the crew is off the ship, searching through the wrecks, two hulls crash into each other, breaking the crew's tethers. You have no time to react as someone is knocked away, floating helplessly in gaseous clouds. You get fuel and scrap and a missile, but Philip is gone. Fortunately, your crew member was close enough for the clone bay to revive him. So that's an advantage of having a clone bay. Okay, let's continue through the nebula. A man's ship hails you through the storm. These are sacred Urgtanag clan hunting grounds. You are prey. Shields up. Okay, let's hack their weapons. Because we can wait until they're charged up a bit and then drain them. Okay. Okay, good. I wanted to take out the missile. Although... well, there goes our shields. Okay, hack weapons again. Okay, we need to repair shields. The ship explodes, fuel, a drone, and some scrap. Oh, they managed to breach our shields with their missile. Although, we have taken a ton of hull damage. This run may be over soon. Okay. And there's a Rebel Army scout here. So I suppose that there is kind of one advantage to... I thought the Lanius can act as borders for automated scout ships. Okay, they still have FTL charging. Okay, so that stopped their FTL for the time being. Alright, that should be good enough. Yep. Ship breaks apart, and we're still one step ahead of the fleet. Okay, let's head up this way. There's nothing here, save for vast swirls of gas. Alright, well, let's check this distress beacon. You've encountered a refugee ship drifting in space. It looks as if it was fleeing the rebel advance and ran out of fuel. Its distress beacon is active, but you're not sure anyone's on board. Hail them. As you hail the refugee ship, a Zoltan ship suddenly jumps in the system and claims the refugees are criminals and accuses you of escorting fugitives. Before you can respond, it cuts off communication and powers weapons. So, yeah, we can't use our hacking device against an overshield. Also, this ship has a clone bay. And they also have a chain laser, it looks like. Yeah, super shield prevents hacking. But now we can launch... I was hoping it would take out the chain laser. That's the one that I'm worried about. Okay, that should do, I hope. The Zoltan ship breaks apart and you salvage what you can. Fuel, drone, scrap, and a defense drone Mark 1. Contact the refugee ship. The refugee ship thanks you for your assistance as a gesture of goodwill and seeing how effectively you dispatched the enemy ship. They offer up what supplies they can spare. Okay. Well, let's get some more upgrades then. You know what, I think I'm gonna upgrade shields. Okay, let's head down this way. Our fueling station, and we don't have enough scrap to refuel, so we'll have to ignore. And unfortunately, we can't come back there with more scrap. Scans show a remote settlement being blockaded by a pirate ship. The ship hastily messages you, say how this will be next, concentrate your fire on. Well, let's attack the pirate. Unfortunately, they've got a... Yeah, that was probably the worst that could happen. I guess we're going to have to stop them, otherwise they're going to get free hits off on us. Okay, resume... Okay, yeah, the mind control's the biggest problem. We have shields enough to deal with their... We have enough shields to deal with their lasers, but... Although we don't have anyone stationed on shields at the moment. They don't want to fight, they're trying to escape. But FTL is delayed, so... Okay, there we go. You pick through the remains and contact the settlement. We get some fuel, a missile, and some scrap. With the pirates gone, you signal the station. We appreciate what you've done, but there'll just be another ship looking to profit from our isolation soon enough. Sorry we can't give you more. Some fuel, some missiles, and some more scrap. Okay, well, I think we can make these 2 jumps and then head to the exit. You're immediately contacted by someone. Hello, travelers. Ship seems to be outfitted for combat. Care to take up a bit of mercenary work? Okay, let's listen to their offer. Some of our friends have taken to piracy in the recent chaos of the war. We'd like you to convince them of their poor decision by severely damaging a ship. We'll pay you well as long as you don't kill them. Alright. Just be sure not to blow them up, they say nervously as they direct you to a nearby moon. You find the pirate ship docked with there. They immediately respond to your appearance with your money or life. They must be new to this. An ion stunner and a pike beam. I think we're okay, but we'll see. Yeah, we should be safe. The hailing ship saying, "You win, we're not cut out for this." We'll let them live and return to the settlement. With pirates dissuaded from their career path, you return to the settlement. Thank you, they returned to us before you did. I don't think we'll need this anymore. They gave us another chain burst laser and some scrap. Okay, so if I could upgrade weapons... Yeah, I can upgrade weapons once. Then if I can get one more unit of power... Well, I could take off the hacking, and then just... Now I can have 2 chain lasers powered simultaneously. And there's a store there. Okay, so I could sell the defense drone and then make some repairs. The space station here has a traveling merchant who shows you his wares. Yes, they have drone control, they have a med bay. Buying this would replace our cloning bay and mind control system. They also have long-range scanners, fire suppression, which will automatically put out fires in the ship, and FTL recharge booster. So I'm just going to sell that and conduct some repairs. Let's go up to 20. You arrive at the long-range beacon. A small merchant ship messages you. Underground Federation comm channels are all talking about your secret mission. Let's install a weapon to help. Good luck. They give us 7 scrap and a pike beam. Well, we now have fully loaded weapons. But I don't know if we're going to be able to do much. Okay, so I can either head to an uncharted nebula or into pirate-controlled space. I get pirate control is kind of new in the part of the advanced edition, I think. So let's head that way. Hello, everyone. Maleficious here. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and maybe leave a comment down below. If you want to see more from this channel, make sure to click that subscribe button and ring that bell for notifications. That's all for now. I'll see you next time.